Assalamu alaikum everyone, and welcome to today's session of On Air with Boss. Our guest for today is Zoya Jamil Chaudhary. Zoya is a distinguished academic, researcher, and faculty member at the Institute of English Studies, University of the Punjab, Lahore. A PhD scholar in English studies, she brings together rigorous scholarship, international academic exposure, and editorial expertise in her professional journey. Zoya has represented her research at leading global academic forums with presentations at Cambridge University, the Northeast Modern Language Association in the United States, and conferences across the United Kingdom. She was also selected to present her ongoing doctoral research at the University of Oxford Digital Humanities Summer School, held at St. Anne's College, Oxford, where she completed advanced training in digital humanity methods and emerging research technologies. In addition to her academic work, she has served as editor at the Case Research Center, Suleiman Dawood School of Business, LUMS, where she contributed to the editing of research publications, Harvard Database Case Studies, and the Asian Journal of Management Cases, published by SAGE. Her scholarly interests include literature, feminism, post-colonial studies, and digital humanities. Combined with her participation in workshops at institutions such as Duke University, Oxford, and other international platforms, her journey reflects a strong commitment to lifelong learning, academic excellence, and intellectual leadership. Zoya, can you walk us through your journey at Beaconhouse?
I was enrolled in Beaconhouse Canal Side campus, and back then it was like a co-ed branch, and then it bifurcated into two campuses, the boys branch and the girls branch. So I've had the privilege of being in both systems as far as Beaconhouse is concerned, and then I graduated from there, the very same branch, in 2006, and so 11 years that I spent there have been incredible.
Zoya, can you tell us about your fondest memory from your campus?
There are two. One was when you would enter the school and with your bags, and the principal at the time, Mrs. Fakanda Shakil, would greet you at the gate.
Okay.
And she would know your name, and she would know something else about you too, a personal anecdote or something. And then she would greet you with a warm smile. And you would be taken to the assembly hall where you would do the boogie woogie at that point in time, and she would literally, dance with you. So there was a vibe. And my second fondest memory was when I contested for the head girl. So that campaign also was highlighted in Beaconhouse newsletter, which was, centralized. So it was encapsulating all the three regions, the northern, southern, and the central region.
Okay. So, Zoya, if you were supposed to classify your school experience in 3 words or phrases, what would you choose?
I would say wholesome, nurturing, and I would also associate opportunity with it. Because it never merely focuses on your academics, but it focuses on your overall grooming, provides opportunity to everyone. And so that kind of opens a plethora of opportunity for every student from different capabilities.
Zoya, what kind of student were you?
I was an outgoing student in terms of academically, I was good.
Zoya, are you competitive by nature?
I believe in healthy competition. I am. At the same time, I can be the biggest cheerleader for my friends. I was also one of those students who was adored by the teachers, and the bond that I forged with my faculty members from the early years to the senior years is also has been a journey of growth. So I am still in touch with a lot of my faculty members.
Would you like to give a shout out to a few of your teachers?
Miss Samira Ihtisham, Mrs. Maimuna Sajid, Miss Fahana Mahmood, who was the advisor of my debating society, Miss Atiya Rashid, Miss Shagufta, Miss Sarwat, and there are many others.
Did you have a study buddy back in school?
We used to study in a group actually. We were always lifting each other up. And if someone did not score well, we would all gather at their place, or we would lift their spirits one way or another. When you're at a certain stage and a certain stature, you are then looking to collaborate with people instead of competing with them, and that perspective is how I define myself and my mentors, and I think that's also very liberating.
True, and that's where you actually achieve self-actualization.
Yes.
And that's very, very important. And I kind of feel that there are very few people who are able to obtain that in life.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that, mashallah, you have an amazing set of friends who are standing with you.
Yeah.
And, they are your biggest cheerleaders.
Yes.
On that note, would you like to give a shout out to a few of your friends?
Of course, Anam Tahir, Rabia Javed, Sabika Batul, Amira Iqbal, and many others as well.
Were you part of any clubs in school?
The debating club, management, where I was also, the organization committee of the graduations and poetry competition recitals, so the literary club as well.
Is there any canteen snack that you miss till date?
Back then, we used to have a lot of soda, and we used to have some fried food.
Okay.
So sometimes even when we get together as friends, we would order that.
Zoya, if the library in your school had a secret floor, what would you find on that floor and why?
The forbidden books.
Okay.
And dark literature, because I'm one who reads both philosophy as well as critical theory and literature that is sometimes can be too dystopian and will have endless supply of some sort of caffeine.
If a genie could grant you 3 wishes, what would you choose and why?
One of them would be health. Of course, for me, for my family, for my loved ones. And second would be, a lot of peace and sustainability for this planet. And third would be something transformative in terms of how we've become so consumer-oriented. So where we could revive a system where there is a balance between consuming and sustainability.
So Zoya, if you got hold of a time machine and you could travel back in time, is there something that you would do differently?
I would love to time travel. If I have that necklace from Harry Potter and Hermione, I would just do it to relive some of the memories and not change anything.
Zoya, can you tell me what mentorship means to you?
You need to have a very strong association with someone who is far more seasoned in that respective field, and then the one who has the time and energy to invest in your growth, and then also needs to have that generosity and that leadership potential where they're able to not only delegate but see the potential in you and guide you and sometimes push you to your limits and challenge you.
How do you think mentorship has evolved with the passage of time?
Everything has become commercial. We've also started looking at mentorship in terms of social networking. When it becomes too commercial, it loses the potency, and the human connection is by and large the most important bond that you'll be able to forge.
Do you have any tips for people who would want to be able to distinguish between commercial mentorship and the genuine kind?
Integrity goes a long way, and you need to observe people in terms of how they deal with other human beings, how they respond to pressure, and within leadership and within a mentor, if you have to choose between administrative skills and integrity, always choose integrity.
That's very sound advice. But keeping the same conversation loop, I would also like to ask you, For example, for students, they are at a very vulnerable age, and they probably might not be able to distinguish between the integrity and the leadership that you speak of. So what kind of advice would you have for them?
Sometimes we confuse these two words, which is being nice and being kind. And I think as students, you have to understand the one who is kind to you will also be able to tell you where you're wrong. They will be able to tell you that in a way that is both productive and that is not going to break you. And being nice is easy to work with as well, but in the long run, it's not going to be truthful and honest with you. And sometimes you need honesty more, especially if you're concerned with your growth.
Zoya, what significance would you attach to connectivity in today's world?
It is important, it is significant, and it's better not to resist it, and it's better to be at par with what is the latest trend. And I think connectivity has to do with, and you're speaking especially in terms of social media, where you can use social media positively and progressively. But at the same time, I would always suggest that we need to roll back occasionally, and we need to also change and adapt accordingly. So if you're willing to adapt, you're willing to grow.
And what about human connection?
In terms of human connection, it is as simple as walking into a room. It is as simple as going to a pharmacy or a grocery shop, where you look at people as human beings. We need to start developing this need again to have faith in those little connections, because one good interaction can boost your day in a very good way.
How important do you think personality development is?
So I think personality development is alongside academic excellence, and it's extremely significant that the personality aspect should be at the center of a child's life. The grade does not define me entirely, and students also need to learn that it doesn't. While it is important and it is significant, I'm not taking away from that.
Zoya, do you have a message for the current students of Beaconhouse?
You have to acknowledge the privilege that you have. Not everyone has that privilege, and you also have to be grateful. Begin with grateful, and then obviously work with the system and catapult the opportunity that they give you.
That was very sound advice. Zoya, thank you so much for joining us on today's session of On Air with Boss. It was an absolute honor to have you here with us today. Mashallah, the conversation was very intellectual, and I had a lot of fun, and I hope and pray that anyone and everyone who's listening to your session, they learn from your pearls of wisdom.
Thank you so much. You're too kind, and so is the team of Boss.
Beaconhouse Old Student Society, BOSS, building a community together.